Hi, welcome to Loft 801. My name is Diego, and today I'm talking about Roofman. It's about the stranger-than-fiction case of Jeffrey Allen Manchester, an affable serial robber who escaped prison and secretly lived inside a Toys R Us. His story plays out as a crime comedy drama with a romantic pulse. Quick heads up, this review may contain the occasional minor spoiler as I talk about Jeffrey's life and his modus operandi. The plot follows three main segments of Manchester's life. Firstly, his MO and his downfall. His calling card was to enter stores through their rooftops before the opening shifts arrived. He would often rob McDonalds and fast food chains. Jeffrey was almost a courteous robber and would herd employees into freezers and hand out jackets before calling the cops himself. When he's caught, he's true to his legend and escapes. I won't tell you how, you gotta watch the movie and find out yourself. I'll just say that Jeffrey was harebrained and ingenious. The second segment of his life is the freshest stretch in this movie. It's about Jeffrey living inside a Toys R Us for months and changing his name to John. He survived on candy and baby food. As a store hermit, he set up baby monitors to watch activity on the floor and would take showers in the sink. This was easily my favorite part of the movie because it let Channing Tatum's goofy energy shine. I love how he's wry, tricky, but still likable. He messes with schedules and even secretly roots for employees to stand up against their harsh manager. The third segment of his life is his romance and reckoning. Lee Wainscott was a real woman who lived in Charlotte. While Jeffrey hid in the community, he integrated himself and attended Crossroads Presbyterian Church, dating Lee and spending a large amount of time with her and her kids. He would often gift them toys he pilfered from the store. I like this segment of his life, although I do think it could have been tightened a little bit. The movie was 2 hours and 6 minutes, and I think about 15 minutes could have been cut out, with a lot of it coming from this segment. That said, I really enjoyed the soft-spoken courtship that Jeffrey and Lee had. It genuinely comes off as the first honest act he's made in years. Jeffrey is goofy, and that's how he charms Lee. He's very kind and big on gift giving. He finds ways to spend time with Lee and relate to her children. He steps up as a father figure, and that's what makes his comeuppance emotional. Channing Tatum perfectly fits this role and has great chemistry with Kirsten Dunst, Lily Colias, and Kennedy Moyer. I think Tatum gives a similar performance to Josh Hartnett in last year's Trap. He's erratic but very observant and always planning things. Tatum is wonderfully shifty and unserious about life in this role. While he has good motives, his methods of achieving them are bad. It makes him an interesting character because it forces you to think about ethics. Kirsten Dunst is tough in ordinary ways. She's warm but careful about who she brings into her life and around her kids. I think she delivers one of the best lines in the movie. "We don't want more gifts, we just want you." Lee deserves love and is open to it, so again, that makes Jeffrey's comeuppance harder. I think Dunst gives the best emotional acting, especially towards the climax. The ensemble cast is all great and fun. Kennedy Moyer is bubbly and fun as a youngest daughter. Lily Colias embodies older sibling teen angst wonderfully. Peter Dinklage is comedic as a rules-first tyrant. Lakeith Stanfield, Juno Temple, and other cast members are all fun too, even if they're not largely in this movie. Each cast member serves to flesh out this Charlotte community. Shot on 35mm film, the film favors practical lighting and captures the late 90s and early 2000s well. I absolutely hate how modern and bland fast food chains have become. McDonald's looks like a corporate office now, so seeing what it used to look like is very nostalgic. In fact, seeing the Toys R Us was nostalgic. I shopped there maybe once or twice as a kid, but holy moly, walking through those doors and seeing the rows and rows of toys was incredible. The setting of this movie takes me back to better times. The soundtrack is also pretty fun. Composed by Christopher Bear, it underlines the liminal tone. It's part caper, part lullaby for lonely people. I love how in romantic moments it's warm and charming. There are also a few needle drops, but they're more background ambience than anything else. If you've worked in retail or gone shopping for the holidays, then you know those Christmas songs play 24/7. I think my favorite thing about this movie was seeing how Jeffrey survived in the store. I loved seeing him find a hiding spot and turn it into a home. When I was a kid, we used to play hide and seek in stores. We would hide in clothes racks at Macy's or behind toilet paper at Costco. I think this movie captured that childish whimsy for me. Living in a toy store and eating candy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner is every child's dream. That almost sounds like a Mr. Beast video. Which, speaking of eating candy, I like the little details in this movie. I love how because Jeffrey survives off candy, he gets cavities. I like that despite there being cameras around the store, he turns off the recording functionality. I like that he's always resourceful and finds ways to keep himself comfy and entertained. The second to last thing I want to say about this movie is that I like the climax. It hammered home the idea that good intentions don't excuse bad choices. If you love someone and they love you, but they're breaking the law and hurting other people, it is your duty as someone who loves them to let them face the consequences of their actions. If you protect and hide them, then you're not showing the grace and love that you think you are. You're removing their ability to learn and grow. I like that as this movie progresses, Jeffrey grows as a person, and that's what makes the climax impactful. The last thing I'll say is that there is some nudity in this movie. Channing Tatum is fully nude in one scene and runs away from manager Mitch. You're gonna see him cheeked up and maybe a little more. It's a goofy scene, but it's perfectly in line with Jeffrey's erratic behavior. Roofman is a resourceful, heartfelt, and strangely nostalgic film that takes an unbelievable true story and turns it into something warm and human. It's part crime story, part rom-com, and part reflection on second chances. I really appreciate how director Derek Cianfrance balanced Jeffrey's goofiness with genuine moral weight, showing that sometimes good intentions don't excuse bad choices. Channing Tatum gives a natural and charming performance, and Kirsten Dunst once again proves that she can make any role feel grounded and emotionally real. The movie's blend of humor, melancholy, and childlike wonder kept me engaged even if it dragged a bit in the middle. At the end of the day, Roofman reminds us that no matter how deep we hide, whether under a roof or behind our own mistakes, redemption often starts with stepping back into the light. For me, this was an entertaining, heartfelt story worth watching. Thank you for listening to my review of Roofman. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and hit subscribe. If you did not enjoy the content, thank you for sticking around. As always, I would love to read what you have to say, so leave a comment and let me know what you're thinking. Also, if there's something you want to see reviewed, don't forget to let me know and I will do my best to get to it. Lastly, if you want to see some more from me, then you can check out my vlogs linked up above or my podcast, Good Friends. Again, thank you for watching. My name is Diego and I will see you next time.